Hello, welcome back to Uncle Buck's Garage. Today, I got a conundrum. All right, so what happened is I pulled that motor out of this truck. Now, this truck is a 79 camper special, which means heavy duty everything, heavy duty brakes, suspension, big bar on the front, 14 springs to the back, 14 bolt, 8 bolt pattern. This thing was built for war. Okay. Now, the weird part about this is this engine. This is the way it came. This is the engine that's in it. Okay. So the number here, the casting number here, that comes back to a 78 to 84 350. Okay. The casting number on these heads, the casting numbers, according to the books and according to everything that I looked up, come back a 72 model high performance. So this thing don't make no sense. So we're going to tear this thing down and see what we find out about this. So let's get started. Okay, I pulled the intake and carburetor off of it, and yeah, we got some water damage. We got some water in there, but look at these ports. They are not what you would normally see on like an 80-ish production engine. These are absolutely squared out from the factory. This is not a 70s, mid 70s to 84 casting. It is, but it's not the normal casting, because any of you guys know, if you ever pull these parts, you would have to actually port match these to get these to look like this from, say, an 882 head. Anything smog heads, thick ones, you would have to modify them to make them look like this. So yeah, and the valley's pretty clean now. That dust and everything, this is from me taking the intake off. It's got a lot of dirt on it. But really, the valley on this is pretty clean for, I'm guessing, as high mileage as it was. All right, so this actually silicone on the valley, on the rails here, silicone on the rails here. So I'm going to guess that this has been into before. I don't know. Let's get her busted off and let's look the inside of these heads. Okay, now I got everything out of the way and I can see it better. 397 3487. Okay, and according to my little book here, (397 3487), 68 to 71, 350 high performance, and 71 truck and passenger car applications. On the block, that by the numbers 14010207, that is a 79 through 84 350 block truck passenger car. So what are these heads doing on this block? I don't know. If you guys would know why this would be like this, if this is factory, then you guys comment down below. This is a mystery to me. I've been pulling these apart for 40 years, and I've never had one have a 79 block with a 71 set of heads on it that came factory. So let's get this pulled apart and let's see if I'm finding Velcro gaskets. I already found silicone for gaskets on the ends on the intake. So I don't know. So let's dig a little further and see what happens. Okay, they are definitely not 202s. I already measured them. They're wonderful, and they're not the high compression heads. They're the dished out heads. But still, they're 47Xs, which, as far as I can tell in the books, that's not a bad head to have if we can get these saved. Now, doesn't look like there's anything wrong with the heads besides it sat out in the field for way too long and got some water inside of it. So, but with the intake ports like they are, nice and square. I think they could be cleaned up, and I think this might be a really nice set of heads. Now the engine, I don't know. We're gonna have to find out, because see, this side, it's actually not too bad. The cylinder walls don't look that bad. They don't feel bad. Okay, we won't know until we get this completely apart. Problem is this side. Water and water sitting. Now I know this moves with a little help right now, because when I was taking the crank bolt out, it actually did move. So this is actually does have a ridge right in here. You can feel it where it was sitting, and where the water's been sitting, but it's actually moving. So I'm going to wipe these down, clean this up. And I was thinking maybe it was aftermarket. I was hoping to see Felpro, but this looks pretty damn factory to me. And there wasn't no blowed head gaskets. There wasn't no spots on either side. So I don't know why it was parked, but I know I'm hoping to Christ I can get this thing spun over and get that pushed out of there and get some lubricant down here and see what's what. Okay, I just wanted to explain how you figure out when these were built. Okay, so this is your casting number up here, 487s. Okay, so that tells me, according to the book, that those are 70 through 72 high performance heads. Okay, and to verify this is right here, this A132. So A through whatever the 12th digit is, letter is, that's the month it was made. So this was made January the 13th of 1972, because this cylinder head number was never produced past this date. So that has to be it's not a 62, because it would be power pack heads. It wouldn't have accessory bolt holes in the ends, which it does. So a combination with the number and the build date code, January the 13th of 1972, these are 1972 performance cylinder heads from the factory. So these are keepers. We're going to do whatever we can to save these, because you don't come across stuff like this very often. So this is awesome. Okay, I finally got her to break free, and I don't know if you can see, there's definitely some lines in the cylinders. Now, what I did find out, but this is 40 over. This has already been into, so that kind of answers a little bit of the question. All the lifters came out without even trying, and they all look pretty good. So this got built, but because it sat in the water, it doesn't have any big holes that I can see. It's got the ridge, you know. I actually did have to take the wire wheel to this cylinder, and you can see here, this cylinder right here, because that's the ones that had the water standing in them. All right, so I did have to. Now it's noticeable, but it's not that deep. But I don't know. I'll take this one to my machine shop guy and see if it is. But all in all, the rest of them, the ones that didn't get no water, they're pretty good shape. But so this engine's been into before. So let's flip her over and see what the insides of it look like. But I think we got some decent parts so far. So if this thing can be, say, cleaned up to 50 or 60, it's usable. All right, we got everything zipped off. Let's see what this looks like on the inside. Oh, okay. She's cleaner than I thought. Now, she's got some dirt in the bottom, because that's kind of half of what I did, dirt-wise. But all in all, oh, nope, there's no grit. There's nothing in the screen. There's no discoloring. There's just some trash in this thing because of everything it's been through. And you can tell she's 4-bolt main. This is actually pretty freaking clean, which is no duh, it's a rebuild. But yeah, we got parts. Okay, I just had a very stupid idea. Tell me what you think. She spins good. The cylinders aren't that bad after sitting in water. Really, she spins smooth now. Camshaft set of gaskets, head gaskets. Put them 882s that I have ported out on top of this thing with a new oil pump. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you'd like to see that. I mean, really, if you think about it, maybe $70 for a set of gaskets, an oil pump. You could get, I'm not re-ringing anything. This is 40 over, 4-bolt main, $200 cam, or maybe if I shopped around, maybe cheaper than that, an oil pump and a gasket set. Timing chain. We'll see how the timing chain looks like. But I mean, under $300? I don't know. You tell me. Comment down below. Tell me what you want to see with this, because the more I take this apart, the more cherry it's getting. Man, that would be silly, sick, stupid, funny. That would be that'd be a lot of fun to do and try. I just don't want to put it in. I'll get another truck. Yeah, there we go. More pieces of the puzzle. Double roller timing set. Inside of this block is not looking too bad, but yep. She ran some miles. So we already have 72 model high performance heads on a 40 over bore. So whoever built that thing knew what he wanted. He wanted some power. Okay, so you tell me. All right. 3932442. That is a cast crank. It's not forged. I didn't get lucky enough to get the forged crank. And I'll tell you how you can tell quickly. See that line right there? A cast crank has that parting line from the mold. All right, a forged crank will have it'll be wider in this area here, and it'll be ground. It'll be flattened like ground, like a ground weld. So this is a cast crank, which is fine for up to 354 horsepower. And the camshaft ended up being a GM stock GM pickup truck camshaft, so they didn't go lumpty with this thing. So basically, this is a very, very good piece of machinery. So if you're still here, like, share, and subscribe. Smash that button, hit that bell, tell your friends. Check out UncleBuckStuff.com if you like to buy a hat or t-shirt. You know, it would be fun just to cam, gaskets, oil pump, and put it back together again and put it in something and see if it'll run or how well it'll run. I mean, really, we're only talking, and if you guys would help out, we're not talking about a lot of money. Y'all have a good day, because a good day today could mean an awesome engine find in the morning or tomorrow or the next day. Y'all be good.